Also, we have 28 inches of snow forecast to drop this week. So we're gonna wanna wait for the snow and mud to loosen up a little bit for us over here, because right now it's pretty snowy and muddy for doing earthwork. So we'd like to see if we can't get this site a little more dried out before we get started over here. Hey, what's up? So this is the location here. You can see from the soils there that it's all soft and it goes down pretty good. We got soft soils basically down to, 6 to 7, 8 feet. That full bank there is more, but it's deceiving because it's stepped back, so it's not necessarily a vertical cut. But anyway, that's like almost 12 feet deep, but it's sloping down this way, so it's not giving us accurate. Here's the footings for the house. You can see from this soil here that it's nice soft stuff. And so basically the tank is going to go right there off of the corner of the house, kind of in between the house and that tree there, and drop the tank in right there. And then it's going to come the effluent line will come right through there and come down into here, and then we have a 60-foot long bed by 12 foot wide, I think, and it'll go right in here. I believe this is the test pit, one of the test pits right there. Can't quite tell because of the snow cover, but we'll set this leach field bed right along here in the hillside and go all the way from that mesh, that steel mesh, 60 feet approximately, over to here. And we'll see if the property line's marked, but probably should just go ahead and tuck it as close over here to this property line as possible. Looks like it's right over there. I'm gonna check out these stakes just to make sure they're not anything. Okay, so that stake right there says corner STA, and then this is a little more than 12 feet down from here, and that's another stake. I think those pink are basically the property line. Well, they are the property line. And then these two stakes don't have a label, so I don't know what those are. But I think we're gonna wanna swing this end of the STA downhill and set it even, and I believe those two stakes there are gonna be the other end of the STA. So really what we wanna do is bring this STA down to here where these stakes are, take 60 feet, and keep those 2 points level across the hillside, which is gonna throw us over into there, basically, by the look of it. So yeah, like, we need to make sure that the customer is gonna be okay with that, because obviously this is staked out over here right now. This is a little bit damaged. We can put it here, but it's just quite uphill from these 2 points over here, which means we either have to go way deep, which we're only allowed 4 feet of cover on this end, and then potentially we're gonna have to be really shallow at this end. So it's always our preference to set this STA level across the slope. That way that minimizes our digging and maximizes our efficiency getting this thing in the ground. So we could potentially start there and go basically straight out towards that little clump of trees, and I think we can get 60 feet in there. We might be able to get this up a little higher, almost all the way into here between these 2 trees, and set our downslope corner right there and shoot it straight level over into there. I think we'll get 60 feet out of that, and then we can then set the tank basically right in here and come with the sewer line out of that corner of the house, as I believe it's currently designed, come into the tank there, and then drop into our field. I'm assuming this is a pump system. I don't remember off of the plans in the bid, but I'm gonna have to assume so, because we don't have a lot or enough elevation change between our tank location and our field to make a dosing siphon work. We could probably achieve that if we put the field down in there. I believe we could get enough elevation change to have a dosing siphon work, and if the engineers in the county would agree to that, that could potentially save the customer some money if he's agreeable to it, and all of the powers that be are agreeable to it as well. So we should check that out. I think that's about it. We should ask if down there will be an agreeable spot, or if there's any reason not to put it down there. We do have a creek down here, so we will need to make sure that we're maintaining our offset distance from the creek, which I believe is going to be 50 feet, but we'll have to double check that on the reference manual. So that's it. It's a pretty property, really nice. Small Colorado mountain property. Nice soft dirt, look at that. It's rare that you get soft dirt like this in the mountains. Usually we're dealing with rock, but this is like thick topsoil. And it's all because of the geology and the topography. The topography affects the geology, so this, you kind of have a low angle slope. It's not too steep, and that makes the also, let's see, it's got some wind protection, so that's gonna blow fines, and droppings from the pine trees are just gonna build up here, and the wind isn't taking and scouring these hills. Also, because the angle is low, it allows the water to kind of soak in and feed these big trees, which then further keeps the soil in place. So interesting stuff. It's just always fascinating to me to see how the topography of a landscape will affect the soil, and this is really good soil. So almost had to struggle to get down into some good bearing soil here, but you can see there's a little bit of sandy cobble kind of starting to show through, some rock and whatnot for this footing, so things look good there. Also, we got